Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio.
I gotta go get a manicure. 2, 1. Erin just said she needs to get a manicure, so while she books that appointment, I'm going to tell you more about my Wear by Erin Andrews jacket. No, she did not ask me to wear this, pun intended, but I am so proud of you. Starting and developing a clothing line, and also not only having one, but all the work that goes into this. This doesn't just happen. Erin's involved in every detail, including this cute little NFL in the back. Alyssa Green, great styling as well. I'm so proud of you. I got my box of goodies.
Thank you.
I couldn't be more excited. This is your 3rd season. You just announced MLB as well. You have all the leagues. I am so proud of you. This doesn't just happen. And the shield right here, doesn't just toss out this thing for anyone. So congratulations to you. You guys can get it on Fanatics. And I am your biggest supporter, and rightfully so. And by the way, when we came on, our cute producer and Kurt and Ryan were like, I love that jacket. I was like, isn't it nice when your girlfriends or guy friends actually have shit that you don't have to pretend you like? Like, I will wear this all the time. I'm very proud of you.
Thank
That's all
you.
I want to say
You're
about
so
that.
nice about that. Yeah, it'll be cool. This stuff is really cute. Like you said, Alyssa Green, a creative director for Wear. She's done such a great job, and it's actually like cute shit to wear.
It's so hard too. I actually get asked a lot about that with like, oh, what do you wear to games? Always direct to you and to wear. And it's simple. It's easy. And for me now, traveling all the time, like I will wear this in the meetings. I will wear this, pregame before I change into the outfit. So I love it. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
For those of you guys that didn't hear our pregame, we love the questions you guys write in, and we answer them earlier in the week in our segment called the pregame. But I want to continue over one question because I think it's pertinent to start our episode this week, which is our 101st episode, which is crazy. We haven't been canceled. How about when Chris Myers was hosting the dog show and the Dalmatian came out and he was like, whoa, I'm sure there's 100 more of them around here somewhere.
I love him.
Anyone that doesn't know who Chris Myers is the funniest person I've ever. Best in Show is the 80s movie that does a whole parody on the dog shows. Anyways, I digress. Stay with me. I'm getting somewhere. CC Phil, and again, if I pronounce that wrong, I'm so sorry. You asked, what do you call the beginning of the season if the end is re-entry into normal life? Erin explained re-entry for people that don't know, and what do you call the beginning? Have I taken a breath since we started?
Hey, stay a while. We call re-entry. That's the time the season ends. My husband's season ends. Really, it's basically mine. And it's like I re-enter into this house. I should be cleaning up the mess I left all throughout the football season. I should be making meals. I should be reintroducing myself to my dog and to my husband. So that's what we call re-entry. What do we call when we go back to work? Mom's life is over. I think that's probably what we say. Like, mommy's life is over. Yep. So like we always joke around. We're like, see you in 6 months.
Yeah.
But it's going to be different this year. Now this year you have 2 gigs and I only have 1.
Well, that's funny you say that because our girlfriend Kelly is always like to her husband, like, see you in 9 months, because of the football season. So how do you feel about that? You get your Thursdays back.
I know.
You are someone.
I do, but I don't. Because I'm probably going to have to go I was doing features, but I'll probably have to leave on Thursdays to do sit downs on Friday. And then I'm there Saturday. So anywho, it's fine. But that's a lot different than having to prepare for 2 different shows, which is, as you know, and you will know, that's a lot. That's time consuming. And especially when you're traveling. So whatever, you'll nail it. And you went and had your practice game with Amazon. I'm dying to know how it went. How did you guys feel? Tell us everything.
Yeah, I'm so, you're so sweet. Again, as all girlfriends, and doesn't have to just be girlfriends, your friends, you want to support them. Erin is my proud friend that texts me always and is like, how's it going? What's going on? The details. So I love you for that. Yeah. So I am very excited about being back on the road midweek. I mean, I've gone out on the road for different interviews and stuff like that, but, and you know this better than anyone, doing a show or, being the lead sideline reporter on the game, it's so different being there than it is in studio. And studio is amazing too. I mean, you get to see all the games, but part of the enjoyment for me going on the road this week will be the player relationships, because most of these guys I don't get to see. So that was really fun. And albeit it was a preseason game, but like I talked to Bobby during the Wagner during the game, and like Jalen and like guys I love. So that was fun. I'm really looking forward to the season. I'm going to have a positive attitude though about the travel, and that is something I need to get in front of.
I have so much to talk to you.
I already lost my fucking license. I can't find my license.
Carissa,
I know.
From what? You haven't done a game yet.
Well, I know, but I had to get it out for the stadium for the ID because we didn't have our passes yet. I know. I can't find it. And I've looked everywhere. So these are the kinds of things, and you will know because I'll have to bitch to you, and I want to get out in front of, this is my father's voice in my head. Well, if you weren't rushing around and if you were prepared and put it in the same place at the same time.
Yep.
Exactly, because this is what happens. You know, we put it.
You're
like
running around. You're talking. You're saying hi to people. Yeah.
Now I'm looking in yoga pants that I know weren't at the game, but I'm digging in the pockets, thinking, where is it? So, and by the way, that's going to be easy to get a license. Okay, I'm not bitching. I need to get out in front of any complaints because I want to make my life easier. That's not off to a good start. Now, where's the path for it?
Oh, God. Okay. So a couple things. I have a couple questions. So I know you guys did this practice game, and it was so funny because I was telling you that I was like a proud mom, but I was like scouring Instagram because I was trying to see how you were doing. Like I was texting your makeup artist, Dom, and I was like, what's going on? Little did I know she had 50 people she was getting ready. We'll talk about that. Anywho, and so I saw Sean McVay up on the set. Did you guys just do like a practice interview with him too?
Yes, it was so great.
And you acted like it was real?
We acted like basically like if the show was to air. And the reason we did that is because, again, Amazon hasn't broadcast a game before. I mean, it's the first time ever that a streamer has gotten NFL rights or rights to any league. So it's basically like, well, can we do a show and have, you know, not the lights go out or down on Georgia, different. Are those the words? Anyways, so Sean was on set and he was great. Cool. And he was so funny. Like we were talking about, you know, what an off season that guy had. He got married. He won a Super Bowl contract extension. So that was fun. And then we also, Tony Gonzalez interviewed Cooper Kupp, and then Richard interviewed Bobby. So we just treated it like it was a real show. Great. And yeah, it made me very excited we'll have, of course, by the time that this one airs, we'll have done another pregame, and then our season will kick off in Kansas City, which it described, I've never, insane. That's not true. A million years I did a game in Kansas City, but not since the Patrick Mahomes era. Yeah. Where would you rate Arrowhead in comparison to some of the other amazing places that you've done a game?
I was talking about this with Greg Olson and Kevin Burkhardt this weekend. We were trying to talk about rating like stadiums and stuff. And even Greg was like, Lambeau's the Mecca, right? It's Yankee Stadium. It's LSU. It's the end all be all. But I think Kansas City Arrowhead is really close. Like it comes in close because as soon as you pull up, like you're driving around super flat. And all of a sudden you pull up and here's this massive stadium. You drive on down and it almost has like a college football vibe to it. You just smell barbecue. In our pregame, you talked about how you don't really care about stadium food. This is the spot. Like call your guy, Jason Sudeikis and Paul Rudd. They can tell you, and have me on the phone when you call Jason Sudeikis.
So hot.
And in fact, let's get Jason Sudeikis on this. But yeah, it's just, it's awesome. It is such a college vibe. The food is going, the fans are nuts, and it's going to be such an insane game against the Chargers. And I'm so excited for you that you're going there. And also we talked about even like what you'll wear to a game versus like how you dressed in studio. And I think it's going to be so fun because I always say to you, I could never do studio because it's just you guys. You're going to shit when like you're on the field, the guys are warming up, they're playing fucking bumping music. You want to Shazam everything and you got to throw to break and they're showing shots and the guys are behind you. And then they're coming up to give Sherma a hug and Kelsey's doing his thing. I have goosebumps now. You're going to shit. It is so much fun. It is so much fun.
Okay, I am going to out our new friend, Ryan Fitzpatrick, who's one of the funniest people that I've ever met in my entire life. So Ryan Fitzpatrick played for 9 different NFL teams, almost as many children as he has, which is 7. So 3 different times during the game, someone came up to him, whether it was a referee, whether it was a player on the team. He goes, I don't know who that was. He just said I played with him. I go, we're keeping a
That's
tally.
amazing.
It's called Who the Fuck Was That? And he's up to 3. And I go, bro, you better get some flip charts with some pictures on him right now because he's played for so many teams and it's like the 4th string, whatever. And Ryan is so nice. I mean, he is literally like the poster child of like what a backup quarterback can do in this league and have success. And he's been so gracious, even with all the Tua shit last year and like everything like that. Yeah. Starter, not starter. He is the ultimate team player. But it was funny because like he's like, I got another one. I don't know who that was. And I started laughing. I was like, that's fantastic.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
But Let Me Clear My Throat came on, and Sarah Walsh, our friend, also like loves this. This is a stadium song. I don't know how many times. I'm obsessed with that. So Let Me Clear My Throat. You, by the way, here's a challenge. Have that come on and you can't dance. Try not to dance to it. Can't do it.
But I think that's what'll be so great. And we talked about this with Amazon. You guys are streaming. It's not like you're, and even I think at Fox, we do a great job, and you would know this better than anyone, actually having fun on the pregame show and kind of like pushing it a little bit, you know? But just imagine what you'll be able to say and do on Amazon. You can get down. You can be like that. And you know,
different,
when you do that, those boys on that set will loosen up even more. And you guys that's what will separate you from the others.
And we love, and we're both, self-pronounced tomboys, but we do have a girly side. And we've talked about the, you just mentioned it, like getting out of the studio and not just having to wear a blazer. I want to ask listeners, because I don't know what our percentage, which we should ask iHeart, is of like men versus females, but the outfits, because I sometimes on Fox will wear things and people are like, that's totally fine, or that's not appropriate, or whatever. Like, is there an issue with wearing like, because I put on a dress, and this was a dress I brought, and Tony goes, where are you going? The club? Like, Tony's like always really funny with like certain things I say. So I feel like I would like to have the viewers, the listeners of Calm Down Podcast with viewers, like help pick outfits. And maybe that's cheesy or dumb, but like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what I'm always supposed to wear. And Alyssa's great and you're great about it, but like, I don't know. Let's just do. I don't know what that voice was either. I don't know. But
I got freaked out because I told Alyssa I was going to let her just do her thing. A lot of the times I'm so hesitant because I'm such a wuss, because you just feel like everyone has a comment. I don't know why I care. I feel like there's kind of been a routine for outfits with sideline reporters and myself over the last couple years. And, she's got such great style. She put on this low V-neck bodysuit with me. And I kept being like to Jillian, oh my God, is this too much boob? Is this too much boob? And my blazer was covering it. And she goes, it looks good. It like, actually, it's not like a scoop neck, It's just finally I'm showing, hey, I wear a bra and I need to, you know what I mean? And it was like, but it's so funny how you can be in your head where you're like, I have to cover up and I'm not allowed to show that I'm a woman. And I have vowed to Alyssa this year, I'm just going to let you do your thing. Now, I can't be wearing no
I'm
crop
really proud
top
of you.
and my belly button out, and be like, hey, Erin, how's that offense looking with Devontae gone, But I do go through that. I'm like, oh my God, is this too much boob? When have I ever shown too much boob on television?
No, you
Give
have
me a break.
Yeah. It's interesting. I'm looking forward to kind of, I don't know. That's the girly side. Yes, of course, X's and O's and the analysis and all that other stuff. But like, we're chicks and different. Guys just throw on a suit and don't really think about it. So you were in Arizona and doing you were doing all your promo shoots because, of course, Fox has the Super Bowl this year, which for those of you guys that don't know, it only happens every 3 years because we share the rights with CBS and NBC. Yep. And a Super Bowl year is fucking huge because what a privilege it is to, how many Super Bowls have you worked now? 5 or 4 maybe? It's massive.
3.
So you did your promo shoot and you were on the roof of the State Farm stadium. The State Farming, State Farm is the rights holder to that stadium. Easy for me to say. But I was freaked out, and I haven't asked you about this. You're afraid of heights and you were on the roof of a stadium. I need details. And how did you do that?
I'm not afraid of heights. Kevin
Burkhardt.
Jillian is afraid. Kevin Burkhardt is. And I was fine. I mean, I started to get a little panicked when we walked up because I can start doing that to myself, thinking about things too much. And I'm like, I'm fine. I'm good. I was a little bit more concerned for like Skip, who was running camera, and he's all running around and trying to get the perfect shot. And Tom Rinaldi actually said to him, be careful. Like, this isn't worth it to take a step and fall, you know? But it was so cool. And I was watching the video today of all of us up there, and just the fact that Fox had the idea to do it. Sorry, I'll say it. We're fucking different. Like, we do shit so good at Fox. Like, with Joel Santos and Skip and Bill Richards, that was all their idea. They had it set up actually behind us because we were way far down on the roof. The drones coming. They actually behind us set up a tent with speakers and a microphone. So Joel could tell us, look away, look. Like, it was a whole thing. It was awesome. Yeah, it was really, really cool.
And don't you appreciate too, you just mentioned like Fox being different, but like, just there's so much that goes into that. The same way that there's so much to go, like, this doesn't just end up on Fanatics or on me. Like, this, there's so many meetings and so many things that go into this. And that's also the thing too that I appreciate about a live production. What that, like, Amazon's like, can we get you anything? Do you want anything? Is the lighting okay? And I'm like, I'm just fucking happy to be here. Like, this is, it's such a privilege to do this job and to have people that want to support you. And that's where I always say to young girls that like get into this business, like, know who's running your prompter, know who your producer is. Do not just show up to that set and be like, oh, of course there's lights and of course there's camera. Like, no, they are there and they will work harder for you if you give a shit about them. Yeah. So I love that we've had the luxury of having that at Fox for a long time, but also at Amazon as well. Okay, so we're very excited about the season. There's been some incredible storylines. And again, as these episodes air, they'll continue to be fluid. Julian Edelman, for those of you guys that missed it last week, he was so much fun. So we love football. Football's a huge part of our life and about to dominate a lot of our podcasts. But there's also other things that go on in our life. And I wanted to just touch on them real quickly because I threw on like 2 specks of makeup, which is why I keep rubbing my eye, probably because the mascara that I put on, that I didn't put on, didn't have on all day and decided to care right now and put on, is giving me an eye infection because this is the person that I am. I will spend an exorbitant amount of money on a lot of stupid shit. Like, not look at a price tag and be like, whatever. My makeup bag needs to be vetted before this season. It's disgusting. Awful. I open that mascara. I know it's disgusting. I use the brush. There's sparkles all over my face because something at some point has spilled in that thing. And I need to know why. And I don't know if anyone else is like this. Why is it that we'll make such an effort for other stuff? I just redid my entire dining room, bought a new dining room table, new chairs. Didn't need it. I just was bored. But that damn makeup bag, I'm like, oh, it's fine. This lip liner. I'm cutting my lip because I can't find the sharpener. I'm pushing out some of the leftover lip liner and rubbing it on. Like, I don't know if anyone else is like this. Why can I not just designate time to shit like that? But dining room tables, I'm like, sure, I'll buy a new one. Stupid.
I will bring the freaking Dermaflash appliance, whatever it's called, tool with me to Arizona. So even though I've had 17 cocktails with my new team, I will shave my face so it's nice and smooth for our photo shoot. But I'll be damned, my sponge hasn't been clean since I bought it 2 years ago. And I'm still what am I doing?
What are we doing? And spend an exorbitant amount of money
enough is enough.
On the facialist and all of the freaking, I went and had to get products. My prescription refilled for something. And it was like, oh, well, the doctor has to do his due diligence and see other prescriptions you're on so they don't negate, which I appreciate. I had an incident in college, won't get into it. And he's like, well, and he's like reading off like 7 prescriptions. I'm like, oh, I'm not on that anymore. And he's like, oh, it says here, like all these different things. And I'm like, Jesus, I have 70 tetracycline, minocycline. It's all the cyclines. I mean, the only thing I'm not doing is cycling on that Peloton on the roof right now because there's so many cyclines in that prescription, but I won't clean my stupid brush. So I'm going to try to do a better job of that. But yeah, I was just thinking about it when I was throwing on my makeup and I was like, this is stupid, Charissa.
I have to segue from makeup to the fact that, not to get back into football, but we have, Kevin and Greg, who's on our team, and we have, we're very fortunate on our crew that we get Jillian to travel with us and do their makeup. And Greg was so hilarious. And I know you're a huge fan of his. He just couldn't get past
I told his wife I have a crush on him. I mean, and by the way, his wife is insane. She is smoking hot too. It's just such a dream. Yeah. But yeah, I'm like,
and
I
their
love your
family's
husband.
Fantastic and all the goals. But so he just could not get over the fact that Jillian is our makeup artist and wait, you're coming with us again? Like, you're doing our makeup for the game? And she's like, yeah. And I guess she also found, because Greg would say this, I'm sure, he's a sweater, right? He just starts sweating at any time. And most men are. Jarrett's the same way. Jarrett's like, I posted a video on my Instagram of us being on that roof. It's Arizona. It's freaking 100 degrees. He had soaked through his shirt. Jared's like, that's a tough color, bud. Can't be doing that one. But I mean, I love him for just being so funny about it. But so Jillian ends up finding this solution to put on him where he doesn't sweat. And he was joking about it because he was like, I not only have I not sweat, I can't find a pore ever again on my head. Like, he's just so funny and so cute that we have makeup. But like the other day, we had another promo shoot and I was with the girls and they were throwing my hair out because it was greasy and I didn't want to do it. And he was sitting there just looking at my hair and he goes, what are we calling this? And I was like, a ponytail? And he was like, this is great. I love a ponytail. It has a lot of volume. And then he's obsessed with his hair. Like, he's a dream. And seeing him with hair and makeup, because you know how guys are so awkward with it first. Yeah. But then when they're told on camera, oh, wow, you look really good. It's like, hey, Jillian. But he calls her Vivian because he messed up one day. He goes, hey, what about Vivian? And I go, from Pretty Woman? And I go, Jillian? And so now we're calling her Vivian.
Funny.
He just loves her.
It. But guys, it is funny when you say that because, you know, most of the guys we're interviewing are athletes. And so the makeup artist, if not even Jillian or just like who's ever on set, it's like, oh, we're going to put some stuff on. And some guys are like, great. Some guys are like, don't, like, they're like, so like, I don't want to put any of that on. You're like, oh, it's just some anti-shine. They're like, not into it at all.
Trust me, do it.
Yeah. Why not?
Who cares?
Wait, what was I going to say too? Oh, the hair extension thing is always funny with guys because I am very open about the fact that I have hair extensions. I've fucked with my hair. I mean, it's been 20 years. Like, we go long, we go short, we have box braid. We do everything to this thing, which, by the way, I've been taking the Nutrafol. I mean, if my chin hair is any indication, things are growing.
Things are growing.
Look, am I someone that wants to make a commitment to 4 pills a day? Not normally. I don't want to clean my makeup brushes, but I'm going to do the 4 pills a day. Exactly.
Exactly. So I'll pay the money. I'll do the 4 pills a day, but I won't clean. With the 15 cleaning solutions I have under the sink that I've saved for the rainy day that I'm finally going to clean my brushes in 15 years.
I am so disgusted in myself. I had an open, normally the bag that I take on set is closed. And I don't normally take the bag onto set because in the studio, you can just leave it in your dressing room, whatever. Well, I have to take it out to the set, like on the field, in case like you need like change your shoes or whatever. I got high heels in there with a makeup brush in the bottom of there. The gum has now spilled out of the, so there's gum in the bottom of there. There's a makeup brush and there's shoes. And then there was sandals as another option. I was like, if anyone looks, I'm so repulsed at myself. Did that stop me from taking that brush out? No, it didn't. No, it did not. What's on the bottom of those shoes?
I usually have a random Cheez-It in there too with a bobby pin.
I am so disgusted. And again, being in a new relationship, Steve left on a trip this morning and he was like, hey, can I use this? Which I appreciate him use the word duffel bag. And I was like, sure. I waited so he took the bag and I see him walk downstairs with it. And then I immediately go, oh, fuck. Is there like some random underwear that I like forgot to anything? What is in there, right? So I was like, oh, hey, can you come upstairs for a second? And then he got upstairs and I was like, I did it as a diversion to go run back downstairs. I was like, oh, shoot. Actually, never mind. I don't know what I needed. I ran downstairs, opened the bed. It's in the kitchen. I'm scouring through. I found $100. I've never been more excited. It was $250s that were tucked in there. I just thought I was going to find old underwear. You know what I mean? No wonder I didn't have enough for the road. They're tucked in the private section. But I was like, this would be so embarrassing.
Did you check to see if your license was in there?
No, I did. I did. And I looked in my makeup bag in that side little compartment. I was like, maybe it's in here. Fuck. So that it was. I was like, you don't know what's in those bags. And I'm a gal who changes out the purses a lot, really into a switching of the bagaroo. Yeah. I mean, God knows what I'm finding in the bottom of there. I'm like, oh, there's that piece of jewelry I thought was stolen. I mean, it is a real Mary Poppins when you get in there. But I was like, God forbid he sees something and he's like, this girl is nasty. I'm so clean. But like, it's going to be that one time that you forget to flush the toilet twice. And it's like, what's going on here? You know? God, I'm
or
clean.
You forget to look down because you're sidetracked and you're like, oh God, are you in there now? Shit. And then you're trying to see their facials and you're trying to read their mind if they're thinking of you any different, if you're any less sexy, if they're judging you. And then you run back after they came out and you're like, how does it look in there? And you don't know if they cleaned it up.
Of course. And then you're like, it was asparagus. I swear, that's not what normally I've been eating grains. Fuck. That was my UTI medicine. It's not normally orange. Shit. I had to tell I won't even get into it. You know
my face hurts.
Oh, you know the one, though. I mean, it's too much. I'll tell you whose face hurt. I was telling Kelly, sweet Kelly Stafford, you guys haven't listened to her podcast. It's called The Morning After. And my favorite thing, Erin and I's favorite thing to do, if you don't follow Kelly Stafford on Instagram, follow it now. I was telling Kelly at dinner, you couldn't go because unfortunately you were doing a game. I was telling her about how we're like, so get the skincare line and her bangs are like all over the place. This hero has 4 girls under the age of 5, and she is like our idol because she does everything. She's the fucking best. She doesn't care. And my face hurts so bad laughing at the swipe ups. I mean, I can't even with that one. Anyways, so
speaking of hurting, we do need to discuss the unzipping of the bra and the bodysuit discussion before we go. It's a follow-up from our pregame show. If you want to check it out, Jillian Gregory, who's mentioned quite a bit on this podcast, posed the question to us, what feels better, undoing your bra or bodysuit? What sparked this whole conversation is, I got a long torso. Bodysuits are a challenge for me. And
she's a
I
model.
like wearing them on air. Yeah, I'm a model. I like wearing them on air. They look good. They look good with a lot of the pants that our girl Alyssa picks out for us. So the issue at hand is they go right on up there. Right on up there. Hell, if they could get me pregnant, we would have used those already. But
stop that.
So Alyssa had the grand old idea. All these tricks these stylists have. They added almost like a seatbelt extender, a bodysuit extender. Yes, you probably know where the fabric was extended. Put it on, was doing great until the 3rd and 4th, where I was like, Kyler Murray's calling plays. I'm calling for a doctor to get this extender out of my, whatever. So anywho, we run back into the car after the game's over. It's usually a big rush to get back. We got a 40-minute drive to the hotel. We're sitting in the car. We're waiting for Greg and Kevin, and they are new and very excited and chatting it up in the area where all our trucks are. And I was like, okay. And I looked at Jillian and I was like, I can't take this anymore. And she's like, what's wrong? And I was like, my bodysuit is killing me. And she goes, do it. Take it off. So sure as heck, looked around, unzipped my pants. High-waisted one. So
You're
those
in
are
the
a
car.
challenge.
You're in the car.
In the SUV. Tired from the game. Unzip my pants. Bodysuit comes on. Car opens. Hey guys, great broadcast. Welcome to the crew. But anyways, Jillian then goes, hey, what feels better? Undoing your bodysuit or your bra? Now, Jillian, good for her, is really graced by God in the chest area. So she was saying the bras she has to wear aren't really the sexy kind of demi cut, if you will, demi cup, if you will, like us. So she's like, I unsnap it and I'm like, oof.
So her and I shared a room. We were all in Kansas City. I was doing a Patrick Mahomes interview. Erin was doing the game, and we get to the hotel. Situation happened. We don't have enough hotel rooms. I'm sharing with Jillian. I think women are beautiful. I prefer men. That's me. But
sure.
Looking at Jillian in that badu,
yeah.
It's like I go, I'm staring at you. This is not normal. I mean, she literally, like, the Barbie proportions, how they got a lot of controversy because they were like not realistic. That's how I look at Jillian. I'm like, how is your waist the size of my pinky? Huge tits. I've never had boobs, nothing. I mean, I could barely find the areola, and I'm like, this is just good for you. I mean, anyways, so yeah, I don't wear bras because I don't need to, although it's unprofessional. The other day I had to go to Walgreens, and Steve's like, I was like, I shouldn't go. I don't have a bra. And he's like, who cares? And I was like, well, good for you that's just walking around without the bra. I mean, my God, who cares is right. I think we are real out of time. I have so much more I want to talk about. I need to calm down. Maybe it's the jacket. Maybe it's Maybelline. I don't know. I'll tell you what's dirty. My makeup bag. The jacket's clean.
Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio.
For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.